Blessings, everyone. Blessings, and thank you for joining me today for another moment of harmony. We had started filming and started a little bit of the production process, and then I am battling some allergies and some fatigue, some exhaustion, really, not even fatigue, it's past that point. And so we were having some issues with my voice and we couldn't hear. So we started over. So thank you all for joining us back, coming back, because we are going to push through this moment. We are going to make this happen. Thank you so much for those of you that have been dedicated and committed so far. And also, please bear with my voice as I am pushing through this whole moment today. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your healing. Welcome to love. Welcome to light. Welcome to a moment to concentrate, right? To just be like, I'm going to take the time to say, this is all about where I want to be. This is all about the healing of myself. This is all about the bettering of myself. That's what we're doing. So, welcome and congratulations on your healing today, family. We are at week 25. Peace, peace, beautiful risings, Mama Shamanique. We are at week number, 24. I said 25. We're at week 24 in a 25-week series. So I really want to congratulate you because if you've been following me for 24 weeks and all that A Moment of Harmony has been going through, we have done a lot of work and we've been rocking for a minute now. So thank you. And if you have just joined in when I got live on YouTube, when I started using the YouTube platform, and that's how you've seen me and been a part of our moments, I love you. Trust me, I love you and I need you and I'm glad you're here. But I really want to congratulate anyone that has gotten to 24 weeks. So what's going to happen when we finish next week at week number 25? I am then going to move forward into other areas of focus in our healing. So we'll have concentrated areas of focus on grieving and grief, concentrated areas on furthering ourselves, whether it's educations and talents. I mean, we just are going to go into all levels of growth. And that's how we're going to move forward series by series in this big series under the big umbrella of A Moment of Harmony. So thank you for joining me for this moment again. I definitely cannot have these moments without you. Our moments are conjoined, they're connected, and I love you and I thank you for that. Today, week number 24, affirmation number 24. You know, it's something about this. It's like when I put this lip gloss on, it draws things to it. Oh, forgive me. Week number 24. Our affirmation this week is my battle is never outside of me. Okay, I know I keep my notes, keep us all together so our moments don't be 24 hours, okay? We can just keep a quick moment. I'm exaggerating, but y'all know I can go. So, my battle is never outside of me. That's our affirmation this week. My battle is never outside of me. Why is this affirmation so important? Because battles, circumstances, things that we need to work through can become so overwhelming. They can put us outside of ourselves. They can bring us outside of ourselves, bring us outside of our purposes, bring us outside and distract us from our directions. But they are not outside of us. And the moment we begin to step outside of our power source, which is self, is so we are going to never lose battles again, right? We are saying, I want to get outside of my character. Trust me, I've had a week. You know, I told you guys in the last one, I've had like a year so far, and it's only 4 months in the year. You have those moments. You want to get outside yourself. You want to put your hands on somebody. You want to, go hard and grudge with somebody, get low down and dirty. Because life can, throw those obstacles at you. Peace, Mama Yatali. Great risings, beautiful queen. Life can throw those obstacles at you where you are just like, I want to do something to make this stop, to make this happen, to make this better. And the something that I want to do has something to do with someone else. It has to do with him. It has to do with her. It has to do with them. Right? It has to do with us. When really, if we want to win a battle, if we really want to win it, it's all about the battle inside. Peace, best friend. I love you. It's really about the battle internally. So it has to do with me. And when I start with me, I will finish that battle victoriously. When I start with me, I'll finish that battle victoriously. Okay? So, my battle is never outside of me. Again, I know many people are coming in, tuning in. I see y'all giving love. Thank you. I see the numbers moving. I love you. I want to just reiterate for those that may not have been here. The voice is struggling, okay? Allergies are really kicking my butt. I may have to resort to medication soon, but we're trying to take our time for that. Allergies are getting to me, and I'm extremely fatigued, exhausted. So, but this moment is going to rejuvenate me. This moment is going to put me exactly where I need to be for the rest of the weekend. So, let's get through it and push through it together. Okay. The first part of this affirmation, when we talk about my battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. Getting, again, like I said, feeling defeated, feeling overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, feeling pulled, feeling drained, feeling stifled, feeling stopped. It's because you're battling on the outside. So we're in this affirmation. My battle is never outside of me. You are never really the problem. You are never really the problem. I'm upset about what I've allowed. I'm upset about what I've entertained. I'm upset about what I have taken part in when I knew I know better, when I knew I was better, when I know I can do better, when I know what my calling is, what I'm capable of. I'm upset really about the fact that I'm even allowing you in my atmosphere, in my hemisphere, this situation that I'm even in the predicament for this to go down. So the battle is never outside of you. What I want us to think about in order to put this affirmation into a really good perspective is I want us to think, I know I don't have a lot of, everybody is not into the music and the movies the way I am. And my best friends, all my friends always let me know. My sisters are always like, girl, you and your metaphors and your analogies and, okay, follow the air brain. Stick with me, okay? Air sign brain, this is how it moves. I want you to think about The Truman Show. If you've never seen that movie, not a big movie buff, stay with me. I'm going to walk with you through this. The Truman Show is a movie starring Jim Carrey. And it's the show about really kind of like a social experiment where they took a newborn baby and decided to put his entire life on a TV show, unbeknownst to him. So what they would do is they created an entire world around him. His family was fake, his school, his classmates, his neighborhood, his grass, but he would never know, right? Because he was born into this life. They literally used him up as this experiment to prove these points in these cases on like human development and really to follow the insides of a human life. Someone who does not know they're being followed, someone who doesn't know, their first kiss, puberty, all of these things are just literally being on display for the whole world to see as this big reality TV social experiment. This is what The Truman Show was about. Follow me, stay with me, I got you. The Truman Show was about that. So they put a camera on, his cameras everywhere. They're in his cribs, they're in his room, they're in his car. His entire life has been for the world to see. But the point that I want to make about The Truman Show, and if you've seen it, thank you for, getting it early. And if you haven't, thank you for bearing with me, okay? The point I want to make about The Truman Show is that this was what, eventually Jim Carrey figures out as he grows up. He's, kind of a middle-aged man trying to, find love and find himself. He's in a searching phase of life. And some things just aren't adding up to him. he starts to ask questions about life, about how come he's never gone further than a certain part in his life, right? Because everything is manufactured around him. His vacations, literally everything is set up to monitor him in this life and to just really get a deeper delve, and what is it, undistracted or altered, there we go, an unaltered perspective of the human experience, just authentically. So he begins to get to a point of like, some things aren't, adding up. They don't make sense. Some stuff is just, he has TV, he has shows, he has things that he has, that he's seeing the world and he's trying to relate it to his world. So what happens though is he does end up at some point, I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, but let's just say at some point he has to go out and explore and he has to see life outside of this. But the entire point of the movie was how this entire production team had set up a life around him where his entire production team has set up an entire life around him, all for the purpose of seeing how he functions, right? Seeing how the human being responds, how it relates, unadulterated, this authentic approach to someone who doesn't even know, who thinks life is one way, and really they just are being watched and studied and blah, blah, blah. But the entire life has been set up to dictate where he's going, where he's moving, how this is how his life has been charted out. Taking in control of these people. Peace, Mama and Singer, you are amazing. Thank you for that affirmation this morning. I love you. So the point that I want to bring in about this Truman Show, the movie, the point that I want to bring is I want us to think about our lives in that way. Because no, our life is not a reality TV show. No, we're not a social experiment in that way. But our lives are literally put into a production. I want us to imagine that every single thing in our lives has been intentionally placed, intentionally positioned in order to move, grow, and influence us. Really to grow us to our most divine level. So the Truman Show is a movie level of what I'm talking about. But in real life, I'm talking about the creator putting every single thing in place in order to take you where you need to be, make you who you need to become, and create the greatest version of yourself. So I want us to get to the point of really being able to say, like, really what I would consider to be a really selfish perspective. I think I was in the first grade, the first time that I realized that life was bigger than me. And it's always been very hard for me to articulate this when I wanted to explain this moment. But I can remember being in the playground playing with other children, and it was something that like one of my classmates said something about their mom or their being at home, their home situation. And it kind of clicked for me the first time that there was life outside of my home, if that makes any sense, right? But I can remember the moment. But when that clicked for me, it was kind of like I saw things differently. I can remember being outside the playground, looking up at the trees, and I can remember thinking like, well, if other people have houses, moms, dads, siblings, then it's like the world kind of opened up to me differently in that moment. Like I said, it's always hard for me to articulate, but I can very vividly remember that moment of like the world is bigger than me. It's like seeing your teacher at the grocery store, right? You realize she leaves school. Seeing the preacher somewhere and you realize he leaves the church. Because as a child, your perspective is limited, your immaturity. Your world is literally around you. It's what you see, it's what you can touch, it's what you can feel. Your your five senses, for that matter, at that time, are just like, this is your world. And then you get to the point where you're like, wait a minute. There's a lot of, other people have parents. Other people have feelings, other I can remember the perspective shift. So what I'm asking us in this affirmation is to go back to pre revelation of this big world. I want us to go back like the Truman Show in a time period where the world is here just for you. The world is only as big as what you can see. The world is only as big as your life. And you're like, well, why would we do that? Is that counterproductive? Are we hustling backwards? We're doing that because I want us to be able to hone on into and onto the power and the vitality and the greatness of your internal strength. I want us to stop getting caught up on the outside world. I want us to stop getting caught up, not be oblivious, not be inconsiderate, not be blind to the experience of others. But I want us to be able to shift our perspective to the experience of life and the experience of others being for the betterment of self. Run that back. I want us to focus on the experience of others and the eternal experience of life being solely for the betterment, conditioning, and growth of self. Right? Okay. So when I say I want us to get back to the perspective of the Truman Show, I want us to look at the world in a way of this was placed here for me. So this battle that I'm having outside of myself is only a battle externally by appearance. It is a battle that is to strengthen my internal self. This joy that I am feeling externally is really about a puzzle piece, wholeness and happiness inside of myself. This movement, this dream, this motion that I'm experiencing outside of myself is really only about this whole development, divine development of self. So when I'm in a position and in a place where I am feeling challenged and I'm feeling stifled, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I then have to come back to this conclusion that, like, look, this is not about the kids. This is not about the job. This is not about the husband. Now, look, what I'm talking about is the bigger picture. I'm not saying that these things don't play roles in our lives in a way like where they can bring an energy, they can have a cause and effect. Not saying that. Don't misconstrue that part. What I'm saying is the fact that my husband is at a place where he can be dismissive, disrespectful, blase blah, has something to do with where I am within myself, what I'm radiating, what I'm connecting to. Why am I connecting to this? And then if I'm disconnecting from this, what is that saying about me and what my next step is? That's the perspective I'm trying to get us to get, right? If my children are ungrateful, unruly, what have you, what is that saying about me? Because I want to attack them. I want to go after them. I want to punish them. But my battle is not with them. As soon as I align why I'm pulling this type of energy towards me, what it is I need to learn, what it is I need to grow through, what it is I need to grow to, I change that. I changed that. Not by taking the PlayStation, okay? Because that's changing for them. That's changing their circumstance. And we're going to get to that a little bit further in the moment. But I'm going to try to hurry up and get through this moment because we're already like 20 minutes in. We're going to get to when we fight externally, what that changes. But let's go. So what I want us to get, this first point with the Truman Show, is I want us to get this mindset that the bush outside of my house is placed there on this day, April 30th, what is it, 10:35 a.m., in my way, in my path for a reason that is internal. When I go to the grocery store, the person I am standing in a line behind of and the person that's in front of me is placed there for this reason of my internal self. So when I give this Truman Show metaphor, I'm speaking about us being able to take on a mindset that there's a production going on, that we are the star of the show, and that every single thing has been intentionally placed for your reaction, for your growth, for the interaction that you need to have with self. My engagement with you is really about the engagement I should be having with self. My reward in engaging with you is about the engagement I am having with self. Okay? That's my Truman Show reference. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it and, then put my metaphor together and be like, oh, Mama Harmony, now I get it. All right. My next point, your pain reflects your purpose. Your pain reflects your purpose. So when we are stuck in pain, it is because we are focused on the pain. We're stuck there because the hurt is getting us, the disappointment is getting us, the frustration is getting us, and we're focused on that. We're focused on the feeling. We're focused on the loss. We're focused on the worry. But if we were to shift our perspective and realize that our pain is only here for one reason, guys, your pain is only here for one reason. It is to reflect your purpose. It is to redirect you towards your purpose. Every pain you're going to have in your life is for the accomplishments that you have in store in order to achieve your greatness. God, listen. Yes, the losing of the loved one, the divorce, the separation, the what is it? Even some people dealing with cancer, amputations. Guys, I'm not making these things lighthearted. I'm not saying that these don't mean anything. I'm saying devastation. Devastation and the unthinkable. I love you, mother. Hi. Y'all, that's my number one fan on the ones and twos. My mama be out here pushing this show, y'all. I say, people come up to me like, your mama told me to. I love my mama. Thank you, mother. So when you are every piece of pain, big, small, the splinter, whatever, the frustration, every piece of pain is here for your purpose. So what I want us to do, when we have the affirmation that my battle is never outside of me, what I want us to do is that when we're in pain and we're battling, I want us to stop and say, like, why am I, what about my purpose is this pain right here trying to prepare me for? What about my purpose is this pain right now trying to bring to my attention? What about my purpose is this pain trying to propel me towards? Okay, let's get into some examples, right? Let's get a little bit more practical. My purpose is to heal the world, is to heal myself. My purpose, my passion, and to educate. That's what I believe I came here for, right? I came here as an educator and as a healer. Every pain I feel in my life is going to be connected to me educating and healing others. Got it? Every pain is going to be connected to me educating and healing the world. So when I feel a pain, I have to then draw the correlation in order to be in proper perspective with my pain and my purpose. I have to draw the correlation. I needed to be a fatherless child. Guys, hard work. I need you guys to be able to get to your pain in this way. I need you to be, because that's how we're going to get over the mountain, okay, of pain. I needed to be a fatherless child. I needed to be abused by loved ones. I needed to be abandoned by, my children's fathers that did abandon me. I needed, right? I needed the disconnection. I needed the disappointment. I needed the frustration. I needed you to be two-faced and show me what the world actually is. Peace, brother. I love you. I'm happy you're back safely. I can't wait to spend some time with you this weekend. That's my brother, Majestic. I needed that because all of those pains were directly connected to my purpose. Growing up without my father caused me to grow deeper in engagement with a heavenly presence, right? The creator. It caused me to seek earnestly and relentlessly for a love greater than myself. It caused me, I searched for it like no other. It put me on a spiritual journey. I wish, you can't hear my mom, but a lot of people may not know, but spirituality has always been a part of me as a very young child. My mom will even, if you ever get the chance to talk to her, she will let you know. I talked about God a lot as a kid. I talked about just spirit because my thing was I was in search of that, in search of what that fatherly love, that all-encompassing, all-protective space. I needed what I had. And because I've been on that journey for what seems like ever, I am at a place in my spirituality where I can then give, offer, exchange with incredible individuals on a spiritual level. Because my physical level was it was distorted. I had to move to another realm as a child of existence and understanding in order to cope. Therefore, my pain reflected my purpose. It's what I had to go through. It's what I had to go through for what now has to come through me. You have some things that you had to go through for what now has to come through you. Your breakthrough, right? The battles that you're going to win, they're coming through you. So you had to go through it. As soon as we shift that perspective on pain, soon as we can get to a healing space to sit with myself and say, yes, I needed to serve that time in prison. I needed to see people that way. I needed for my mom to leave me. I needed for my grandmother to, be so whatever. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. And I'm not saying I needed it. I deserved molestation. I deserved these horrible things. I'm not saying I deserved for things to be disheartening for me, to be destructive for me to grow up in an abusive home or anything like that. And I'm not saying you deserved it. I'm saying you needed it. Fantasia has this incredible song that I absolutely love called It's Necessary. What if I told you it was necessary? That's what we're saying. So when you experience pain even today, my greatest superpower, my greatest aspiration in life is freedom. Right? It's just how I operate as a being. Anyone that knows me knows that all I need in this life is me and my freedom. Okay, hence me naming my oldest child Freedom. It's what I need to operate. It's how I operate. It's how I see the world. It's like, it's the motor. Freedom. Every challenge that I have in life is going to be counteracting freedom. Every single challenge that I have, that I will have, is going to be about limits. It's going to be about boundaries. It's going to be about limitations, right? Because my motor is freedom. So in order for me to obtain freedom, I'm going to have to break down the barriers and boundaries of the things that are going to force me to move into freedom. It's not going to just be handed to me. Your purpose will not be handed to you, but you will be guided to it. You are going to have to trudge. You are going to have to try. You are going to have to move. You are going to have to fight. But the pain is on purpose, for your purpose. The pain is on purpose. Like the Truman Show. Guys, a lot of text messages are coming to me. Y'all know people don't be respecting my moments all the time. A lot of people are messaging me, so I really hope text message-wise that it's not altering the video. Sometimes if someone calls when I'm here or text, it does. Bear with me. I'm so sorry if it's coming off crazy because of, how the messages are coming through. But I just want to let y'all know that's what's happening. So, and I'm not talking about the chat messages. Those are in YouTube. They come through normally. I'm talking about the phone messages. So, your pain was on purpose. It was for your purpose. Your pain is on purpose. So when we have this affirmation, my battle is never outside of me, we will handle the pain different. We'll handle the challenges differently. We'll handle it all differently. Because I will know that the challenges that are coming my way are in direct alignment with my purpose and who I need to be to get that mission accomplished. So I'm going to the next grade. I'm going to get tested. I'm going to get frustrated. This is going to happen. And so I look at it like that, okay? My husband cheats on me. What is this pain? What is this pain trying to propel me towards in alignment with my purpose? My sister betrays me. What is this pain trying to propel me towards in my purpose? It's trying to have you have better discernment. It's trying to have you have better what is it? Your intuition. Trust your intuition. It's trying to have you focus on yourself. It's trying to have you live your strongest desires. It's trying to have you to stop shutting down the voice that's inside of you that's showing you how to live and how to grow and where to go. It's trying to tell you to stop putting love of others before love of yourself. The pain has a purpose. There's a point to the pain. I had a Harmony original up like that on Facebook not that long ago. There's a point to it. And when I understand that there's a point to it, I will stop fighting external battles. I will stop jumping outside of myself. I'm not chasing no chick down, keying up nobody's car, playing on no one's phone, Facebook venting. I'm not doing any of that because I understand in my affirmation that won't fix my problem. Or it may fix the problem, which is what we're getting to, but it will not fix my position. That's our last point. We're going to get to that in a second. So, excuse me, y'all, those allergies. Now I'm doing all this talking, pushing all my allergies together. So, okay, your pain reflects your purpose. This is very simply put that everything in life is happening for you and not to you. Your pain reflects your purpose. Everything in life is happening for you and not to you. Your disrespect is for my growth. I'm not saying that I tolerate it and I keep it and it's a part of my life, but it's for me to enforce boundaries. It's for me to be more, what is the word that I'm looking for? More shrewd, more purposeful, more intentional, that's my word, about boundaries, about access, okay, about what I deem as respect. Now, because of your disrespect, I'm going into what's acceptable and not acceptable for me now. I'm growing for you and not to you. But he, but she, but they, but my kids, but my boss, but my husband, for you and not to you. For you and not to you. But when I was a kid, but when I was a teenager, but when I was in high school, for you, not to you. For you, not to you. Okay? Soon as you shift that perspective, we will get right in alignment with our affirmation that my battle is not external. My battle is always inside of me. My battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. You are not the problem. And even when you are the problem, I'm the problem for allowing the problem to be in my space. I was just telling my best friend earlier. Oh my goodness, I was telling her earlier this week about an altercation that I had with someone, just really aggressive, just old dark person. And I said, you know what? Even more than this person being so dark and disgusting, what I'm really upset about is, why are you talking to me? Because I'm at a place in my life where you shouldn't even have access. The problem isn't you. You're doing exactly what dark people are supposed to do. Okay? Hate and deteriorate. You're doing that. The problem is, why am I in the energy, in the atmosphere around a person like that? Okay, so for you and not to you. Now, fighting outside, this is the point we were trying to get to, right? Fighting outside will change the problem, but fighting inside will change your position. Fighting outside may change the problem, but fighting inside will change your position. And that's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of all of our conditioning, of our challenging, of us growing. The whole purpose is for us to change our position. Human existence, divine existence. We're just on this constant elevator towards where we're supposed to be. So fighting your battle with your fists, with a knife, with a, you know what I'm saying? That might change the problem. People are going to realize they might not, should probably not deal with you a certain way, but it won't change your position. If you go internally, just like our position here as Black people, just like our position in this world, we could bust some heads, would be in total, if we wanted, for what has happened to us. We'll be in alignment, and we'll be matching energy that's been matching us. We could bust some heads. I'm not saying it's not I'm not saying that we should. YouTube, don't take my show down. I'm not saying that we should. I'm saying that you could bust some heads, draw some blood. But the thing is, it may fix the problem today. Meaning, people might think twice about killing your kids. Might think twice about exploiting your wife. Might think twice about, demoralizing you, dehumanizing you. But if you really want to change the position, you fight internally. So look at us in this fight that we've been in forever here in America as Black and brown people and people of brilliant color. We, when we go outwards, right, our protests, our picket signs, we can fight like that. We can fight physically. It might get a bill or two passed. Some changes might happen. I'm saying I honor my ancestors and all that they did, right, to get us where we are. But as soon as we have an internal shift, as soon as we shift internally as a people, that's when our position will change. Our mindsets, right? When we reclaim our mindsets, when we reclaim our way, when we reclaim ourselves, the internal, right? We fix the internal part, we will reposition. So, fighting externally may change a problem or two, but fighting internal, going inside and doing that fight is going to change your entire position. Okay? So when you're at work, going at your boss with the, going to right to their superior, boycotting, Gene Day, or all of these things externally. I'm not saying they won't be productive, they won't get you anywhere. I'm saying doing all of that may help you get through a problem or two. But when you want to get on the level where you're not even dealing with people on that realm, you fight internally. Watch how it changes your position. Watch when you change how you show up. Watch how you change what you do at work. Watch how you change how you respond and you react and the precedents you put out there in yourself, in your demeanor, in your behavior, in your mindset. Watch how when you're intentional about your words, when you're intentional about your direction, when you change where you want to be, watch how you not only eliminate the problems, but you change your position. Battling on the outside of yourself will only make you have a temporary fix for a problem or two. Right? Yeah, I went and got in that girl face and I went up there or I went to that school and I told this teacher this, and that. External. You might fix a problem. People might change something to not hear your mouth no more. Or, not try to have a, do we have a problem situation. But if you go and change your internal self, meaning do the work that you need to do to even get your children out of schools like that, out of environments like that, change that people don't have a leg to stand on you about. You're always saying something. Make your life so nobody can say nothing to you. Cross all your T's, dot all your I's. Watch what happens when you go internal with that battle. Watch the positioning that will take place in your life. Watch what will happen. External, you change your problem. Internal, you change your position. External, I fight this battle on the outside. We go out, I go rah-rah, I go off, I yell, I scream. Problem. I go inside, I meditate, I pray, I elevate, I work harder, I work on my punctuality, I work on my growth, I work on my body, I work on my health. Position. Okay. Now we're getting ready to get out of this moment, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me. And look at my voice, y'all. For y'all that's been here from the beginning, I was struggling earlier. We even had to stop production and restart production because look at what happens. Look how the healing, Okay. I'm just saying the moments work, okay? Finally, before we get out of this moment, what is the point? Mama Harmony, you done talked for 40 minutes. What is the point? Okay? You talked about life being here for us. Yes, I did that. Everything being set intentionally in place. Having a more centered perspective in how you see life in the world. Learning that your pain reflects your purpose. We're talking about not fighting outside of us, fighting inside, because our affirmation is, my battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. What is the point of the whole day, right? This whole morning. The point is to battle better. The point, battle better. We have this affirmation that my battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. My battle is never outside of me. And I have that affirmation and I'm using that affirmation. I'm internalizing it. I'm radiating it. I'm letting it permeate through my life. Forgive me if y'all hear like a lot of lawn going on, honey. My honey has all type of lawn things going on outside this morning. But what I am saying is all of that point comes back to battling better. Battles are not going to go away. The challenges won't go away. As long as you have a purpose, you'll have pain. As long as you have direction, you'll have transformation. As long as you have something to achieve and accomplish, you'll have a mission. And as long as you have a mission, there'll be occasional misery. It's going to happen. It's part of the process. You can't grow until you break through. So you got to have something to break through. It's going to happen. But what I am saying is you can change how you battle. Battle better. Battle better. Battle better. I'm not about to sit up here and go back and forth with you because my battle is internal. What have you allowed? How did things get here to this place? What is going on? What have I disengaged from? What have I disconnected from? What have I not honed into? What am I not prioritizing? I'm not about to go and do this with you. I'm going to do this with me. Yeah, I would like to pop somebody sometimes. It feels like, For those of us that are just gonna be honest, we kind of have an ignorant moment or two in us. But we are saying, no, I'm not gonna do this with you. I'm gonna do this with me. I got you. You ain't got to worry about this one. I'm going to do this with me. Because this pain, this situation, this circumstance, this that has been removed from my life, this that is hurting me, this that is frustrating me, is letting me know I need to battle better. You need to pray more. You need to do more. You need to cherish more. You need to tune in more. You need to respect more. You need to try more. Expand more. Expound more. I'm not going to do this with you. Work, boss, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, child, friend, co-worker, neighbor, a doctor, lawyer, teacher. I'm not going to do this with you. I'm going to do this with me. I'm going to sit here and figure out why you thought this would be something that would be appropriate in my life. Why this happened in my life. What is the purpose behind this? What is it that I'm supposed to accomplish and bring forward and reveal to myself as I unveil myself? What is it? What is it? I'm not going to do this with you. I'm going to do this with me. Because you are only a reflection of what's going on inside of me. If you made me feel insecure about it, then there's something inside me I feel insecure about. If you made me feel ashamed about it, then there's something inside me I feel ashamed about. If you made me feel angry about it, there's something inside me I'm angry about. If you made me hurt about it, there's something inside me I'm hurt about. So I'm not going to do this with you. I'm going to do this with me. Because my battle is never outside of me. You are only here because I allow you to be. You are only my husband because I chose you. You are only my child because I gave birth to you, because I raised you. I only work here because I accepted this job. I only engage in this church or this institution or this school because I signed up and brought my physical self here today. So my battle is never outside of myself. Just like I brought myself here, I can bring myself out. Just like I had pain here, I can heal my way out. Just like I arrived here, I'm saying that, look, I might have connected with you. I see you, Mama. Thank you. I might have connected with you in some pain. That's why you keep bringing me pain. But your pain is reminding me that I need to heal because I'm above this and better than this. I might have connected with you in some trauma. I might have come here in desperation. But your pain is reminding me, what you're inflicting on me is reminding me of the desperation inside of myself. Pushing me to trust myself. Pushing me to believe in myself. Pushing me to try myself. Pushing me to try myself. You disappointing me is only pushing me to try myself. You taking that from me is only pushing me to find myself. Listen to myself. You ignoring me is pushing me to hear myself. Hear yourself. Don't do it with him. Do it with you. Our affirmation today, my battle is never outside of me. Shift that perspective. Shift that perspective, change your position, and understand that it's all been set here for you. It's all been set here for you. The behaviors are in alignment with where you need to go. The situation is in alignment with who you need to be. And today you came here for a moment because the healing is going to be alignment with how great you are. Your healing is going to be in alignment with how great you truly are. Thank you so much for having another moment with me. I love you so very much. Thank you for your commitment to yourself. your commitment to me, and your commitment to us being oh so great together. I love you all. Love and light. Continue to get those moment members inquiries in. We are working on family this month. I love working in person with you. I love having my private time and personal time to build and grow with other incredible individuals. Come on, build and bond with us. I love you so very much. Love and lights. And I will see you for our 25th affirmation next week in this series. We have done it, y'all. We done good. I love you all so very much. Love and light.